Well, hey there, guys, and good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to another Hollow Knight episode. It has certainly been a hot minute since the last time we played a video of this on this channel, but boy, am I glad to be back. If you don't remember last episode, to be fair, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. If you don't remember, we started off all the way down here in the Ancient Basin, came all the way up here to Hallownest Crown, fought a few bosses there, fought a dream boss here in the Fungal Wastes, and finally came through here to the Stone Sanctuary to fight the boss No Eyes. Safe to say, we have a lot of essence now. Oh god. My plans for today is kind of just to let's wrap up some loose ends, as I have been doing recently with all of the collection of like essence and that, with the bosses I've been fighting, and more start working a bit more towards, I suppose, the ultimate goal of this game, through following, I guess, the story, if you can really call it that. There's a grub up there. I did not know about that guy. Well, I did know about that guy, but I just didn't remember about him. But as I was saying, working a bit more towards the goal of the story, as well as I'm thinking about starting off one of my personal favourite sort of side quests in this game. And we'll get a bit more into that later on in the episode as we go. But either way, I don't even know where I am. Wait, I was at the Stone Sanctuary, I went up. I'm going completely in the wrong way to where I want to be. But it's fine because, oh, well, there goes the fans on my PC trying to take off. Nice to know some things don't change, I suppose. As I was saying, this is kind of away from where I want to be going right now, but okay, screw you. At the same time, I can sort of wow, I cannot speak today. I can sort of reroute to get there, so it's not too much of an issue. If I take a gander at my map, I believe I know roughly where I am, just from the look of the terrain, because I can't even count the amount of times I've actually just done a full playthrough of this game. I absolutely love Hollow Knight. It's got to be one of my favourite games of all time. And even though I haven't played it on the channel recently, I have been doing a personal playthrough, as well as I loaded up a different save, but I loaded up the game recently to I'll put up some footage on screen of some of the changes I've made working on my own Metroidvania Project Shard. Because I did what any good indie... Well, I say any good. There's no really real definition of what good indie developer is. But what any indie developer who thinks like me would do when they are struggling with ideas of how to make their game better, you play a bit of Hollow Knight. And so I added some changes to how the main character's attacks... the main character's attacks work. Making them bigger and I did actually add some of my own ideas to do with adding sort of a critical hit system, so to say, in, but I can get into that in a future devlog video when I finally get one of those back up. I am doing a lot of work on level design with level design on it right now, so it might be a while for me to get one of those sorted, but I am working on it in the background, so do not worry. Project Shard is still well and truly in development. But either way, coming on through here and doing this parkour that I have just started whilst yapping about my own game, and making my way past all of these... I don't even remember what these things' names are. Let me check the hunter journal. They'll be down here or something. Duranda. Yeah, making my way past all of these Duran. Ow. Oh, all the way back here? Okay. Making my way past all of these Duranda, this time hopefully successfully? Yes, and through here. You may be wondering why I've come out to this remote corner of the of Green Path. And despite the fact that I said that today I would be focusing on continuing the story and such rather than wrapping up the loose ends, so to say, there's one sort of, this isn't my favourite one, but one sort of, I suppose, side quest I want to start in collecting a few more abilities, the first of which we can find from this character here who I dearly love. A visitor. Why have you crept in here, little grub? Perhaps, like me, you have a taste for discovering new things. I'm Shio, and in a previous life I was a nail master. Yes. You... Okay, Scaly, don't die. Yes, the only thing that drove me was becoming stronger and honing my skills of a nail. I imagined it was my calling in life, but that feeling faded over time. Now I seek a new calling, something that speaks to my soul and compels me forward. That's why I spend my time here, secluded, trying to master the art of creation. Painting, sculpting, these things bring a different kind of pleasure. You don't seem very moved by what I've said. Was it Shio the nail master you were looking for? Did you come to learn a nail art? I'll teach you if you insist. That is why I came here, Shio, although I do love your painting. And with that, we have mastered the Great Slash. This is the first of 3 nail arts. I'd say it's probably my second favourite personally, but we'll get into that as we get into that. So, my work, does it move you? The wielding of a nail, the wielding of a brush, these things are not so different. We cut into the world so that we can peer deeper inside. For now though, I have nothing more to teach you. Your path forwards, only you can see it. Good luck. I have spare brushes and plenty of paint. Once you tire of the nail, feel free to join me in my art. I bow to you, sir. However, I unfortunately must leave with this new skill you have taught me. And on that note, resting up, we obviously have to do all that parkour again backwards. And of course, I'm joking about that. We don't have to do that, and I am very thankful for that because I would 100% mess it up. But either way, heading back through here, there's one more place in Green Path I want to go. And in all honesty, it's less a place in Green Path so much as it is an exit from Green Path, which you'll see in a minute. We actually did go there once because we went there and I believe we saved a man from the vengeful lighting up there in, I think it was the 2nd episode. It's ages ago now. It feels like it at least. And we did get a bunch of money, but I do kind of regret saving him because I'm a big fan of the character in question. But either way, heading up here, past the Stag Station, past the arena. In fact, I've just remembered something. No, not past the arena where we fought Hornet. I'm gonna head into it because I've just remembered something else we can do here. Now that we have the Isthmus here, and I'm gonna go do that before I forget and don't do it later. Yeah, not wrapping up loose ends has really gone out the window with this one, but either way, heading over the Lake of Boon and coming into this cave that we previously wouldn't have been able to get into to my knowledge. Even if you had some kind of acid skip, I'm pretty sure you need some serious skill to get in here without Isthmus Tier, but to be fair, it's probably possible. But either way, heading on down, into this massive underground lake. It's Oon, the giant slug. I love Oon. Oon is chillin'. And with that, we have gotten the Shape of Oon charm. When I first played this game, I could not survive without this thing. Nowadays, I don't really find I need to use it as much. If it's all, I probably won't be equipping it personally, but if you're curious what it does, it means that when you are focusing to heal up, instead of standing still, you turn it into a slug, so you can still move around. I don't know if it's still up on YouTube, but there was a great parody song I heard back in the day. Oh, that makes me feel old. A great parody song of Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, called Shape of Oon, and that was a banger. If you're wanting, look it up. If I remember, I might leave a link to it in the comments, because the animation that went with it was amazing as well. But just that whole song was peak to me at the time. But either way, back on track to what I was doing, and heading through here, back up through the green path area. I was gonna say, I don't even know what I was gonna say when I started that. And heading up here to where we did fight the Vengefly King before. Like I said, we came through here, but I don't believe we went past it up here. I mean, even if we did, we wouldn't have been able to get far. But as I was saying, heading through here, we can actually enter a new area, because we are no longer in Green Path. And even though it kind of looks similar, we're not in the Forgotten Crossroads area either. I'm not going to tell you the name of the area yet, because we will find out soon. But, free chest, that's 1 geo. There's got to be something wrong with this stick. Oh, plums. Okay, spit a man at me. Spit a man at me. And there we go. With that, we can deal with those two borders and grab up another new charm, the border shell, which I believe, again, is to do with focusing. I believe it grants you a sort of like shell / shield kind of thing when you focus, so that some damage sort of gets negated, so to say. I'm not going to head that way because I think there might still be stuff down here I haven't collected. So that some damage gets negated, so to say. And you can potentially take a hit whilst healing, and it just sort of protects you a bit more. But either way, opening up this gateway, I can head up. You may be able to hear over the fans of my PC if you have particularly good hearing, because I mean, I don't really know how much my mic actually picks it up, to be fair, but it feels particularly loud when I'm playing, even through headphones, so you know. But you might be able to hear the wind is picking up as we come out here towards la-di-da-di-da, the Howling Cliffs, right at the edge of Hallownest. I mean, there's a King's Idol out here, but to prove my point of it being the edge, like, we literally cannot get further. We get pushed back towards the kingdom. Not that I'd want to leave, because, you know, there's some great places to explore out here. Especially in the Howling Cliffs, there's another new charm we can get, as well as the beginning of, like I said before, one of, if not my number one, that's a lot of essence, favourite side quest in this game. If you played the game before, by now you will definitely know what I'm on about, I assume. But if not, you are in for a treat. Or a dance, one might say. But either way, coming over here, I have this essence tree to collect first, which has a lot of essence, and it's always these ones in the big rooms that catch me out, because I'm always like, oh, what? Like, where's the last piece of essence? And I just entirely miss it usually. But Either way, coming up here, and there's so much. I mean, this is a massive room. Once I get the map from Cornifer in this area, you will be able to see just how insanely big this room actually is. I mean, like, there's a couple of big rooms coming back to, because, you know, shameless self-plug. Coming back to Project Shard, the indie game I'm working on. If you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a card to the devlog playlist in this part of the video. There are a couple big rooms in that game, but nothing to this extent. Enjoying the bracing air. We're quite close to Hallownest borders, and those desolate plains that surround it. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go. It's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. I've drawn out a small map for the area. It's a simple one, and more for completion, really. Not knowing the full extent of the region can be quite frustrating. I will purchase a map of the area, and like I said, you can see, especially compared to other rooms nearby, this is a massive room. But either way, I'm not going to go through that doorway yet because I still have essence from the essence tree to collect, because there is just so much essence in this room. I'm going to open up that pathway, but not going to head down it. There's still more. And we're done. 976. If I haven't already, I could probably get another reward from Sia if I wanted to. But for now, heading on to this doorway, the first of 3 ways out this room. And I believe, if I remember correctly, there's all of these bench flies and a bit of parkour through. That's got to be like an exit or something. And a bit of parkour through this area. So, dropping, oh, Jesus Christ, on a stick. Dropping down here. And, I mean, yeah, there really are a lot of bench flies, aren't there? And heading on, oh, rip that guy. Heading on through. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a professional Hollow Knight player. Boop. I am great at this game. I think my world record. It's not a world record, but my personal record for the Path of Pain, quick, you know, humble brag, so to say, is 20 minutes, I believe it was. Honestly, never gonna be able to recreate that again. But that was a good 20 minutes. I properly locked in for that. But either way, heading on through here, you might be able to recognize some of the blue butterflies and plants from the lifeblood. And if we head on through here, we can find the Joni's Blessing Charm. Ah, I see you bear my blessing. I can't remember giving it, but my memory has been a little lacking of late. Well, it's going to be even more lacking now that you exist inside my dream now. But either way, heading on back up through here, and I believe there should be, yeah, if we use thingy there, Descending Dark, we can get back out of this cave faster. So that was the charm in this area I wanted to grab. Now it's time for the side quest, which I believe is down by that path we opened up previously down here. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch, never ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mine this kingdom grants. Well, I'm pretty sure I came from beyond the void, so you know. Oh no, to be fair, I am hollow, so again, hollow counteracts it. But either way, heading in here, and we have these interesting looking lanterns, and the corpse of a large bug. What did I do? I mean, I know what I did. If we break this open, we can light the Nightmare Lantern. I love the aesthetic of this quest. You know what, guys? I think it's about time that we returned to Dirtmouth, honestly. So, heading up through here and back up to the top, because this actually does loop around to Dirtmouth in quite a satisfying way, to be honest. I believe we can't really do the whole quest now, because we don't actually have access yet to all of the areas you need to go to for it. But it can be something I'm sort of chipping away at as we go along. Like I said, one of my favourite side quests in this game. Absolutely love it. I'm hoping you guys enjoy it too. And it contains my favourite boss, not necessarily in a video game in all time, but definitely in this game. But either way, heading on through here, and we can actually head into this chamber, which is very similar to the one in which we found Shio. And the reason for that is because in here we have Marto. Well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. No, don't speak a word. I, Nailmaster Marto, who is taught the art of the nail by the great sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. Gladly, because if I remember correctly, you have my favourite nail art. The Cyclone Slash. Maybe not a popular opinion, I don't know personally, but I am a big fan of the Cyclone Slash. Your form. Exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. You honor me beyond words, my people. Thank you. I shall bow to you, sir, and I shall demonstrate again your nail art. I absolutely love the Cyclone Slash. Something about it makes something in my brain happy to use it. But either way, we have more things to do up here, surprisingly, in the Howling Cliffs. If we come up here, we can meet Gorb! I am Gorb! Bow, 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 bow to Gorb! The great mind! I am Gorb! Ascend, 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 ascend with Gorb! I absolutely love Gorb. Gorb is a G. Bro, where's Gorb gone? Bro's gone off screen. And with that, we have ascended with Gorb. I'm Gorb, the great mind, the pain. Ascend, ascend. I am. No, Gorb. No. Ooh, 100 essence, nice. And with that, we are at 1,077 out of the 1,800 we need to collect for the story. 2,400 we need to collect for completion. Yeah, it's a lot. But either way, if I were to jump off this cliff, you would potentially notice a familiar location from the first episode. Welcome to King's Pass. Either way, I'm actually going to head back up here and parkour up because I want to get back to Dirtmouth, and there is a faster way than going back to King's Pass if I were to climb back up into the Howling Cliffs, open up this gateway, and instead of jumping down, if I were to use the crystal heart to go across, it basically skips us right into Dirtmouth. It's pretty... Oh, this is new. What is in here? You called us. Speak to Master. So, it was you who called us. Well met, my friend. Well met. I am Grim, master of this troop. A lantern has been lit, and your summons heeded. A fine stage you choose, this kingdom fallowed by worm and root. Perfect earth upon which our ritual shall take place. And you, my friend, your own part is far from over. As the lantern flared, your roll was cast, our compact written in scarlet fire. Eager we are to see you commence, but first, some illumination is required. Across these lands my kin now spread, harvesting that essence peculiar to my breed, the flaming dream. Seek my kin, claim their flame and return it to me. Together, marvel shall be achieved. But don't fret, small one, for this task you won't travel alone. My child shall guide you to the flame and gather within itself that burning essence. Like you, the child plays key role in this task. When you with it by your side will the flame and my kin reveal themselves to you. And with that, we have started the Grim Troop quest. And honestly, might not have time to complete all of the stuff I had planned for today, but I am actually going to take off the Fragile Heart Charm and stick on the Grim Child. Just a cute little boy. I'm going to stick on the Grim Child so that there's actually a flame up there. Oh, I can actually get all of these ones. Okay, we're not going to have time to do all of them, but just to demonstrate what it's like getting the flame, I will come and grab this one for now, and then we'll probably get the next two next episode at this rate, looking at the time. So, heading on through here, the first flame is in, I believe it is in this room. It's either this room or the next one. It's here, so this lantern looks familiar because of the Grimkin that exists near it. They're not particularly hard fights at this point, honestly. I mean, that just proves my point. That's bro cooked, and that is a flame consumed. And honestly, the next one is right next to a stag station. That is right next to where I need to go next episode anyway. So I might go and grab that one as well, just for the sake of having a bit more completion done on the quest. So, coming on down and through here, and waiting for old Staggy Boy to show up, and heading down to the city storerooms. I mean, technically the place I need to go is on the other side of the city for next episode, but I digress. There's a flame here, so here is where I shall come, and I have a lot less health than before because of the lack of the heart charm right now. We need to get more charm notches at some point, but either way, coming through here and coming through to deal with another Grimkin. And I mean, again, not a particularly difficult fight by any means. They do get harder, to be fair, as you get more flames and the Grimkins sort of evolve. But either way, coming through here and looking at the time, that is where I'm going to have to call it for today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, it's sleeping. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. It has been a while, so I hope you've enjoyed the return to this game for a little bit. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, share my channel with your friends, do all of the YouTube stuff to help me grow, and make sure to check in next time, whenever that may be, for some more Hollow Knight content. And without further ado, I will see you later. Bye bye!